Today's election further sets the stage for a rematch between Biden and Trump. And Shannon Hoyt is standing by now with a local political science professor to provide some insight in today's race results and what we can expect heading into November. Shannon.
All right, thanks, Keith. Well, University of Wisconsin Stout Professor Kim Zagorski joins us tonight. Kim, thanks for being here.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So let's talk about the presidential primary results in battleground Wisconsin. Did anything stick out to you tonight? Were you surprised by the numbers?
What surprised me was the uninstructed number. Having amounts in the double digits, especially for former President Trump, is really signaling, and also for Joe Biden, but really signaling that the electorate, even those that care strong enough to vote in a primary, are not as behind the candidates that you would expect at this point in an election.
And you think that'll reflect at all in November?
It may. I think if it reflects, we'll see it for people that may not vote for presidential candidates, but more down ballot, or people may stay away. It really depends on what happens between now and November, but then also how aggressively that the campaigns are going to court these individuals.
We just saw earlier that former President Donald Trump and Biden are in Wisconsin this week. Trump tonight, Biden's coming to Madison next week. What significance does that play? Why are they coming to Wisconsin?
Wisconsin is a battleground state, which means that for either campaign to win, Wisconsin is one of those states that needs to be carried. We have winner take all, so whoever wins the most votes is going to win all of those electoral votes, which is going to count for those candidates to get to 270 votes. So we're starting, it's one of the reasons why Joe Biden has been here several times, Kamala Harris being here several times, and why Donald Trump was in Green Bay, why the RNC is having their convention here in Milwaukee to really signal to Wisconsin voters that both campaigns value them as voters and for their votes.
Were you surprised at all by the state referendums that were passed tonight that were election focused?
No. In part, when we look at referendums, generally the way they're worded are generally worded so people are unsure or worded in a positive way. And unlike previous referendums that we've seen in former ballots, there really wasn't a campaign to educate voters. There wasn't outside spending to convince voters on which way to vote.
All right. Well, Kim, thank you so much. I appreciate your time with us tonight.
Thank you.
All right, Keith, back to you.